Fantasy sports companies. State Attorney General Eric Schneiderman sent cease-and-desist orders to Draft-Kings and Fan-Duel yesterday, ordering them to stop accepting wagers here. He says they're breaking laws against illegal gambling.
FanDuel's legal team is responding, telling the AG to get ready for a challenge. News 4's Marissa Perlman tells us why some fantasy players say this isn't really gambling. Marissa?
Well, Don and Jackie, people on both sides of this debate always come back to the same issue. Is daily fantasy draft considered gambling? The Attorney General says this is a game of chance, but for those who play, it's all about skill.
You have to know how to play, and you have to know who you're playing against. Like I said, I put a lot of time into it. I know what I'm doing.
UB Law student Nick D'Angelo started playing daily fantasy for the first time this year. In week 6, he made $10,000 in just 1 week on FanDuel, and he's not alone.
There are people who do this for a living. I mean, this is their job. So they spend 8 hours, 5 days a week doing this.
In the industry, these people are called sharks. D'Angelo says the most dedicated players use algorithms to put out the best lineup.
They spend a lot of time to come up with these algorithms, and all that's based on is analytics.
And up until Tuesday, this was a legal lifestyle. D'Angelo himself spends between 15 to 20 hours a week researching his teams. He calls this a skill and says he's betting on knowledge, not chance.
But there are a lot of different things that you have to look at, that you have to think about, that make this different than gambling. This isn't me going to the casino and pulling down a slot lever. This is carefully calculated and researched.
It's the thought, I can be Doug Whaley for a day. You know, I can draft my own players and create my own team and be successful. And certainly, you know, in Buffalo, where football is king, that's a fun thing to do.
Sports law professor Nellie Drew understands the allure of fantasy football. She also says the industry should be regulated. The Attorney General's letters point to state law, which outlaws gambling where a person risks something of value on an event out of their control.
So advocates of daily fantasy sports have taken the position that this is indeed a game of skill. You have to know things about players and statistics and the like to be successful. And of course, certainly that's true. However, on any given Sunday, I think there's also an element of chance involved as well.
So Professor Drew says she expects a complete overhaul of the industry happening nationwide within this year. Coming up on News 4 at 6, for those of you who do play, what will happen to your accounts? We speak with the CEO of FanDuel and find out how this case is moving forward and how it affects you. In the newsroom, Marissa Perlman, News 4 at 5.